project on this new topic on program management and project planning. And today we'll have a discussion with a professional from the industry on project planning. Hope you like this. Thank you. Welcome to Business Doctor. This is the third session on the project planning. We are discussing with Ganesan, an industry expert. We have covered in the past two sessions about what is project planning is all about, and what are the assumptions, and what are the how the task has to be carried out, and so on and so forth, up to CPM and PERT. So with that input, Ganesan, how the session has been, and was it productive? How was it useful for you so far?
Yes, sir, it's really productive for us. As we discussed earlier, we start on project, sample project. In that, we did the task planning and subtask planning, everything. But we have stuck on one point. It means how to allocate the resources for this work, sir.
Okay. That is actually the most challenging aspect, and is no wonder why you got stuck. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So if you look at the resources, you normally people will use human resources in the project plan. Okay. Though you can have other resources also in the plan, but the usage is predominantly about the human resources in general. Okay. But you can map to any resource also. Okay. Any resource meaning equipments, machineries also you can map, and you have to interpret accordingly. Okay. While that is so, the resourcing, there are few points, final points with respect to resourcing. Okay. Suppose you want to build a house. Okay. Maybe you want to start with, definitely you need one person. So you start with one person. Adding two persons, will it help to improve? Definitely yes. Two people will improve. So 3, 4, like that. If you keep on adding for that particular task, what will happen is that at some point in time, it will reach that threshold. Okay, so up to this number of people, your output or your productivity level will be correct. Okay. After that, what will happen? Suppose you want to clean your car. Let's say that is the project. So with you cleaning the car, you will take say 30 minutes to clean the car. Suppose there are two people who are cleaning the car, you and I, let's say. So you will take 15 minutes, I will take 15 minutes. So in 15 minutes, the car cleaning is done. Suppose third person joins. It won't be 7.5 minutes. It will be 12 minutes or 10 minutes. So fourth person joins. It won't be again 2.5 or 5 minutes. It will be 8 or 9. Fifth person joins. Okay, like that, if you say, there will be a diminishing return. This is called law of diminishing returns. It's called popularly known as LDR principle. Okay, so law of diminishing returns. So more the resources you are trying to put in, the output will be lower. Your productivity will be lower. Your efficiency will be lower. Okay, so you have to manage how to place the how to identify the total number of resources required for that particular task. That is the challenge. The technique normally what people will do here with respect to human resources is they will try to classify how that person's skill level is. Okay. Under normally, suppose you are trying to do a job. Okay. So let's take the same car example. Okay, cleaning the car in a standard process is 30 minutes. Cleaning means, okay, cleaning the door, cleaning the glasses, cleaning the top, something. Okay, that's for the same scope. Suppose, in a normal way, is a standard way, it is about 30 minutes, let's say. So if I do that in 20 minutes, okay, so I am super productive because I am saving 1/3 of your time. Okay. Whereas if I take 40 minutes, okay, then I'm wasting your 10 minutes of, that means 10 minutes is extra. 10 minutes on 30, which is again I'm wasting 1/3 of your time. So
Yes.
the efficiency, when you are planning for resources, the skill level, you have to assume that everyone is productive to some figure. Okay. That figure, assume you take that as a 100%. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, for example, in factory, what they will do is that they will reduce the total number of hours spent for breaks. Okay, then efficiency. Okay,
Yes, sir.
like that, they will exclude certain number of minutes to the total number of hours. Okay, so that becomes the standard. Okay, per day. That is the benchmark for that efficiency or the skill level. Okay, so with that skill level, you need to map how many people you require. So the head count here is 5 people. If 5 people do the cleaning in 30 minutes, you can clean 5 cars. Okay. If the same 5 people can do it in 20 minutes, you can do maybe more cars, maybe 7 cars, 8 cars, 10 cars. Okay. If the person is going to do only, is going to take rather 40 minutes or 50 minutes to do that, then he will clean only 2 cars in 30 minutes. So, like that, you have to plan your skill level also as part of the team composition. Okay, that is the one nuance in that. The second part on this is that somebody has to give the task, correct? This is the task, and this is the expected output, correct? You have to say, right? This is, so I'm giving you a bucket of water, and this is the cleaning element. You have to clean this. After cleaning, it should be neat. That is what your requirement is. So somebody has to verify that the water, which is the input, it is called, in the project planning terminology, it is called input criteria. All the input criteria are correctly given, and the output, which is the cleaned car, correct? So cleaned car should not have any dirt or anything, any grease or something on the car surface or in the glass. It should be speaking neat. Okay. So how will you? That means somebody has to measure that output. Okay, that is up to the quality. So once you do that with the efficiency level and with your resource leveling, that is quite easier to plan your resources. Okay, in the project planning terminology, this is called resource leveling. Okay, here one another important point is, suppose there are 10 people who are doing the job, you should not load the entire work to one person and ask the 9 people to sit idle. Okay. That means this guy will be doing 24/7 for your project duration, which is not correct. Okay. Two reasons.
Okay.
One, this guy is, you can do only, maybe 8 hours a day, or at a stretch, maybe 10 hours a day. Beyond that, you cannot do.
Yes.
Okay. Suppose you say that 20 hours a day for 1 year, and other 9 people are going to be sitting idle, then you are not doing the correct planning. Okay, that means everybody should have the equal number of 8 hours allocated to them. Okay, so that they complete the task as per the schedule, or as per the cost, or as per the effort. Okay, so that means you need to level the resources so that all resources are equally loaded. Okay, that means one is not sitting idle, and at the same time one is not heavily overloaded. So this is possible only if the task is given by a single person, the supervisor or the team lead or the manager, whoever is the boss. Okay. If multiple people are going to give the input, okay, what will happen? This guy will get confused where to take the input. Then totally,
Yes, sir.
he will do based on what you say, he will do based on what I say. Then finally the output won't be correct, or is not expected levels. So it is called unity of command. The management structure, it is called unity of command. Okay, so you need to have the unity of command so that only that person is allocated that work, completes the work as per the requirements. So these are all the challenges you need to handle in the resourcing.
Okay.
Got it?
Understand, sir. Got it.
Super. Okay. You have any other thoughts or inputs, or you tried something which you
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, you said resource planning. Then how to track the delivery, sir?
That is the another challenge, given to the project manager. Okay. So
Yes, sir.
your output, you should know what the project is all about. That is the first point we discussed in the first video. So you
Yes,
should
sir.
know what is the input, what are all the assumptions, what are all the constraints, then what is the output you should get. Correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So to build a house, let's take this example, building a house. Okay.
Okay,
House
sir.
building cannot happen overnight. Okay. Except for 3D printing kind of scenario, it won't happen overnight. So it is going to take, let's say, 3 months to build a house. Okay. Now there are two ways by which you can track. Very simply 2 ways. So when I
Yes,
say
sir.
3 months, so the thumb rule here, that is the tip. Okay. Generally, you have to monitor at 10% level. Okay. If you are going to monitor based on the schedule, then for the total number of days, say 3 months is like, say 90 days, let's say. Okay. So for every 9 day, you have to track bare minimum. Okay. The next one is based on the activity completion. Like, for example, you completed the kitchen, you completed the hall, you completed the bedroom. So like that, you have to split the project to certain milestones. Okay. This is called milestone based tracking. Okay. So
Yes.
you need to identify what are all the project milestones, which should be logical. Okay. You cannot say 10 stones or 10 bricks, for example, completes one milestone. That is not meaningful in the real world. So the importance of milestone is you need to map to your real world outcome. This example, the real world outcome is the completion of a bedroom, a completion of a hall. Then you need to identify another milestone, say for example, plastering for all the halls. Okay, or plastering for a hall, or plastering for this. Then electrification as another milestone. See, certain tasks are based on that individual stuff. Whereas the certain tasks, for example, wiring, you won't do wiring only for your hall. You will do wiring for the whole building. Correct. So you need to segregate the task in such a way that these tasks are for these kind of rooms or milestones. So are all specific to that particular milestone. Certain tasks combine like the final touch or the painting, okay, or water connections, sewage connections, or you for that matter your electrical connections. Okay, that you won't do room by room. You won't do by brick by brick. Okay, you will do for the entire house. So then you have to segregate those tasks separately and take as a milestone. Like for example, electrification of the whole house as one milestone. So again in the milestone, you need to know what is the expected outcome. Okay. Suppose if it is wiring, then you need to check the earth, you need to check this phase, neutral, everything you need to check. Then see whether it is properly wired, whether it is for 5 amps or 16 amps or or 1 amp. That as per the specification, it is there or not, the color coding, whether it is there or not, where it has to be yellow, red in those lines, whether it is not done properly. You need to check with the ammeter from here, the connection is going. Okay, there is no break in between because the wiring will be sealed, right? It's a concealed setup. So you can't open and check. Okay, so you need to check with the right set of equipments whether it is working or not. Like that, you need to track the project. Okay, but here the tracking the project also means that the end state of the project is also achieved. Okay, so you should know when the house is getting completed. Correct. The last step in the house completion is the handing over of the key. Correct.
Sir.
So in your project, you should know what is the last step which will hand over the work from you to whoever has given you the input. Start.
Yes.
You are going to hand over the project.
Correct.
So you need to know what is that step, which is going to be the final step. Okay, I'll give you one small tidbit there. At the time of the final handover, what you should do is that you should call your customer or the client or whoever has given you the project, call all your team members, then discuss with them that this is what these are the tasks we carried out, and these are the problems we faced. This is what we learned. That is more important. Okay, this is what we learned. Then, and thanking all the team members, thanking all the stakeholders in the project, then you have to hand over the project. You may give a support hand-holding for the customer for the next 1 month or whatever period as agreed in your contract. But the very important lesson is that as part of your closure of the project, which is also part of the tracking. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You need to understand the lessons learned from this project. You have to ask everybody to talk and explain, what are the difficult times, the happy times, etc. Record it. So the purpose of this is that one, you are sharing the knowledge across all the people, so that they can
Yes.
do the next set of projects. And from the company perspective, this learning you can use it in the next project, so that you don't make the same mistake again. That is the idea.
Okay, sir. Right, sir.
Okay. Hope you can
Yes, sir.
try this. Correct. So this set of project planning, would this be useful for you? What do you say?
Yes, sir. It's very useful to me. It's very much helpful to us to develop the project in the next level, project planning in the next level.
Yeah. That is good. Maybe you should try.
Yeah.
As I said, the resource leveling is not easy. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You need to practice.
Right, sir. Yeah, we'll do a continuous practice in this area.
Yeah,
we are working on it,
master
sir.
at least 10 different projects, 10 different types of projects. Okay, before you claim
sir.
yourself to be a versatile project manager. At least,
yes,
bare minimal 7 to 10 projects you need to do.
Okay, sir. We'll do it, sir. Yes, it's very much helpful to us, sir.
Thank you very much. Anything you want to tell our viewers?
Yes, sir. Sir, you share your knowledge about this project planning is very much helpful as like a growing engineer. So it support us to develop the project in forthcoming projects as well as the future areas. What we are going to work, where we are going to work. So it is very much helpful to support us, sir. Thank you very much for your
thank you, Ganesan.
knowledge sharing and
thank you, Ganesan. All the best for your assignments.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Viewers, we will be in touch with similar set of series with respect to how to run your business or projects or organizations.
I'm very much eager to attend these sessions, sir.
Definitely. So we have plans to invite people across who can and contribute to help so that the knowledge sharing happens through this channel. That is the motive, and you are always welcome, Ganesan, to join us anytime.
Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, viewers. See you in the next video. Bye. Have a nice day. Cheers.
Thank you, sir.